Yo, how's it going, guys? It's Richard Unicorn Caller here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It is Friday, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. It's now the weekend, so enjoy it. It has been a very tiresome weekend. I am so exhausted lately. I know it seems like I'm burnt out from Wizard101, but surprisingly that's not the case. I still tend to my garden, still make raid keys, and I still manage the guild. The only thing I'm burnt out from is the company in general, because lately KI is making it really difficult to enjoy this game. Even if you're someone that isn't affected by all these changes lately, it still is kind of hard to play this game with the overwhelming negative feedback that a lot of players have, especially in the Discord server, about everything that has been happening so far. So main TLDR about Grub Guardian, because I know community manager Mickey usually yaps a lot in these posts. They're not bringing back the energy elixirs or some of the other old rewards at all, unfortunately. Primarily energy elixirs are just not coming back for Grub Guardian, which we kind of figured that was already the deal breaker right there for Grub Guardian for the relaunch. And it sucks, and energy elixirs are just something that they're trying to monetize for a long time. Actually, they've been trying to monetize it for a very long time, but just the main TLDR to that is that energy elixirs alongside other rewards are not returning, and it's kind of practically dead now unless you really want lackluster rewards. And also watch an ad function that probably won't work. This kind of basically sums it down before I think they deleted it. But Angel says, nerve a decade-old feature no one asked to be changed while ignoring all the bugs in the game. Then sell a solution, which we know KI loves selling the solution. Gaslight that this is for our benefit. Classic KI implementing anti-player updates through utilizing predatory monetization practices. And that pretty much sums it up honestly. So yeah, unfortunately Grub Guardian is gonna be kind of dead. I don't think there's really a reason why anyone would play it, just because the rewards are really bad. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, they really are bad. So rest in peace Grub Guardian for like 10 plus years. It was fun while it lasted. And then over here we have double pet XP for some reason, but it's available all the way through the 22nd. This was announced yesterday. So yeah, make sure to take advantage of double pet XP for like the 5th billionth time if you still need to level up a pet. And then over here, of course, we talked about the Grub Guardian relaunch, which honestly I kind of doubt that anyone's excited for it. But yeah, like I said, RIP Grub Guardian. And over here, in case you still don't want to go against the boycott, or you still want to spend money for this company, there is a limited time special deal. I know I'm giving KI a little bit of help here promoting some of their membership and crown bundles, because for some reason these are the things they never tweet about. I don't know if it's like the law, they can't tweet about like a membership deal or what, but yeah, this is gonna last all the way through June 24th. You basically get like a whatchamacallit, how much is it, 6 months and then a couple of crowns. So there you go, limited time special deal if you want to spend money, even though I don't feel like you should. And then remember that it's still Pride Month. I know it's not been a great month for Pride. KI is just falling apart, man. You Are Amazing is like the only free code that you can get. You can get some nice gorgeous housing item for that, so make sure to check that out. And yeah, there's also some charities and stuff that you can do as well. So again, make sure to check all that stuff out on the website. And over here we got the fantastic unicorn plushie. This is a limited edition, so make sure to check that out as well. And over here we got the hidden temple banners, which is in the crown shop if you really want it. And then over here we have the Clockwork Cloud Castle bundle, probably the last bundle I ever get. It's a beautiful bundle. Glad I could get it before KI started going off the rails, which honestly KI has been going off the rails for this quite some time now. And then also we got the Cuckoo Clock Gauntlet, which is also back as well. So make sure to check this out in the online cart as well, because this mount is a Pierce mount, I believe. Is it a Pierce mount? I can't remember if it's like a Pierce or an Accuracy. I'm pretty sure it's a Pierce mount, but make sure to just check that out if you need it. And then over here we got the Lost Pages event now through June 28th as well. And then over here we got the Fairy Circle housing item and bundle available as well if you wanted to spend some crowns through 7/30, whichever month that is. So yeah, that is pretty much, I think that's July. And then yeah, that is pretty much it for the news. Yeah, like I said, I'm not burnt out from playing this game. I know it seems like that lately. I just lost a lot of motivation. Like, the magic for me is basically gone now because of all the stuff that has been happening lately with the exclusive pet kiosk situation that they tried to rug pull, and then the aged Icker thing that they rug pulled, and now we have this Grub Guardian rug pull. You know, especially for someone that paid for the premium maps and played the hardest map to even do that last map and, you know, try and get the best of the rewards, it's not the same anymore. And so yeah, energy elixirs are just like, you know, that's gonna be something that you gotta pay for now, or at least go to Gamma's trading post in order to, I guess, get one gifted to you, which I'm sure KI does not like the Gamma's trading post whatsoever. But overall though, energy is just not fun. It really is not a fun experience. Like, if I just go to like my regular battle set, they stopped giving people energy set, or at least energy gear, like not even energy gear, but just energy levels at like level 130 for some reason. And I don't know why, but like, I just feel like 130 base energy just never made any sense to me. And I can't remember which devs said it, or one of the devs, but I'm also kind of tired of the devs being the spokesmen of like the game. Like, logically, why did they stop giving us energy at Caramel? That just never made any logical sense to me. It says something about like the mobs or something. Well, if that's the case, we should have stopped getting like increased energy caps as well. Like, see, like some of this stuff in the game doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, and I think that's the frustrating part, that a lot of the community is kind of wondering, like, why are we having all these anti-player updates? Because right now you're pushing a lot of players away. A lot of people are still canceling their memberships. A lot of people are still just not supporting the game or quitting the game in general, just because it feels like the developers genuinely don't care. And I don't blame some of them. There's a lot of good cookies out there. But for the rest of the KI team, it just kind of seems like there's this really big gap between the community. And that's not fun. You know, when you start rage baiting people to the point where they don't want to play your game anymore, that's not fun. And I feel like that's not acceptable as of right now in 2026, where even, you know, video games like Wizard101 might feel the harsh impacts of players leaving because people don't want to deal with games that genuinely do not care about them. And sadly, it is kind of like turning into like an American company, just like any American company, that doesn't really care much for their consumers. I saw that in one of the text messages in the Discord server. A lot of people have some really good feedback in there, but again, some of that stuff might be silenced by the mods because it might get off topic or whatever, which is fair. You know, it's a feedback channel, which that's fair. But at the end of the day, though, you see all this dribble, and it's just like, man, this game just does not feel fun anymore. And I can honestly see why some of my friends, at least back in high school and middle school or whatever, they stopped playing this game years ago, because the game is not only expensive, but it's also boring. So yeah, I don't know what else to say for KI at this point. I think this is just something that, again, the community is just gonna have to figure out whether you want to boycott the game or not. If you want to keep supporting the game, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm personally not going to be playing it as much, or at least feeding money to it heavily. But right now, it just kind of feels like you know, this game is not really fun. And again, I know it feels like I'm burned out from it. I'm just burned out from the company. Like, if Wizard101 got rewritten by the fans, that would be awesome. I think that would be really cool to see the fans, especially Atmoplex, make their own take on Wizard101. But, like, at the moment, playing this game right now does not feel fun to me whatsoever. The only thing I'll probably do is just free content in any other worlds that I have unlocked, like Castle Darkmoor, because I love Castle Darkmoor, one of my favorite dungeons, and of course doing a lot of raids, because we love raiding in this guild. I am exhausted from raids though. But yeah, this whole experience, man, they really, the Grub Guardian thing just did not have to happen. Same thing with the whole exclusive pet kiosk situation. None of this needed to happen. I just feel like they're just digging a hole and it's not stopping. And I feel like this guy have to keep digging. They're gonna have to dig as deep as they can until it's like hard to dig themselves out. And I feel like by then it's gonna be way too late, because you already lost so many players, especially loyal players that played this game for a lot of years. But it just doesn't make sense, because even if you are trying to monetize the energy elixirs, I feel like taking them out of Grub Guardian just gives a reason why people aren't going to play Grub Guardian. And I can understand for energy elixirs, but what about the other loot, like gold and these rank 1 pet snacks that you can't even sell for gold, and these generic Piggle pets? Like, this is really, really bad loot. There is no point in playing it and wasting your energy playing it in the first place. You can literally play Bloons Tower Defense 6 on the Nintendo Switch soon. And for other consoles as well, they're started doing some console development that are going to be worth more your time than this Grub Guardian Tower Defense game. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but like, this is just really, really sad to see Grub Guardian go down this route. So yeah, rest in peace, Grub Guardian. I have nothing else to say. I literally have said my piece. Everybody else has said their piece. The only other vocal point I can make is just to stop supporting the game. That's literally the only thing I think that's gonna get through to them. That's it. It's just profit margins. I don't know how else to help you guys, but like, yeah, that's just depressing. Yeah, that did not really need to happen, and it doesn't need to spiral out of this control, you know. But yeah, keep the feedback coming from the Discord server. Keep giving them some constructive criticism, and like I said, you know, just stop supporting this company. If you feel, I'm not gonna tell you to like cancel your memberships, but you know, if you do feel some type of way, like you feel like this game isn't for you anymore, like for me, you know, just stop spending money on it. You know, this is a really good year for video games. If you guys haven't seen my previous video, which I know you haven't, you only got like 1 view, but yeah, there's a lot of video games coming out this year, man. I mean, this is a really stacked year for video games. We're even getting Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 ports as well for PlayStation. I mean, that is massive in its own self as well. So yeah, you know, just take a break from this game at least. You know, if you still want to support it, you know, that's fine. You're always welcomed on the channel regardless. But yeah, just play anything else, man. There's just so many other games out there that are actually well worth your time. Sorry, that was my alarm. That are way worth your time, rather than Wizard101 right now, because I feel like Wizard101 just does not like care about anybody's time, right? You know, yeah, that is my main take on it. I'll probably level cap myself or level lock myself to like level 180, just so it's harder to reach the stat caps and whatnot for raids. And I don't know if I'll be farming any new gear for the new world, especially if it's just like a minimum stat increase. So yeah, I just don't want to waste time doing all that. But that is what I gotta say about it. Enjoy your game for the weekend, which I highly don't recommend you play this game. Maybe go outside, watch some FIFA. USA goes up against Australia, I think, today, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, just play anything else or do anything else besides Wizard101. And until then, I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.